Cool. Okay. So I already got videos. I'm already ready. Okay. Well, we're gonna get active today. Got a bunch of videos to react to. It's on stream if you want to watch it. And we will get active. Bro, this is so annoying, bro. Is she in the right account? Just making sure. Okay. Time to get active. I think I'm ready to go. We'll search up just Jamari real quick, because I'm not gonna be on for long. I gotta get active right away. If you have questions, you can ask them while I'm kind of getting things set up. Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna throw this into the Discord, get some people in here, and then we will get into reacting to some videos. Got some breakdowns to do, but I answer some questions for now. Live at everyone. Okay. I need to take this off. I need to put this to main camera real quick. While I do some YouTube tings, if you know what I'm saying. Once we get the thumbnail up, I will start up this video. Boom. Done. Once it's done, we're going. Alright, I think it's good. Yep. Alrighty, alrighty. Alrighty. Alright. Okay, we're good to go. Let's see what's good. How's everyone doing, bro? So zoomed in right now. Okay. Bigger, faster, stronger. Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, we're good to go. Hi, hey, what's good? How you doing? What's good? What's good? I have some videos that I want to react to. I think I found a cool channel that actually has a lot of workouts I can, you know, kind of dig into, you know? So this channel right here, it is, let me go to the second corner. This, right? He has a bunch of like high schoolers and Division 1 athletes, and I guess this guy like goes and checks out their workouts, which is pretty helpful for us because now we have some workouts to break down. The only thing is he does a lot of long distance, so I have to make sure I'm not doing long distance. But a lot of sprinter stuff here. Not a crazy amount of videos, but we're on to something. I wonder who the guy is. Let's watch his like intro video. I wonder what this is.
We have a track practice that is going on. We would ask you to please vacate the track for your safety and the safety of our dear runner.
I want you to put the word out there. We back up. Understand me? We back up.
Not like right after the turn. It's going this way.
primarily long distance.
10, 11, 12. 12, 7 for Molly.
There, that's the end of the workout. That's a great place to stop. Great job.
So I'm guessing it's just like a coach that, I don't know, just has a lot of access to like professional teams. Well, we can get into a workout. We got a, trying to find somewhere. I don't know what his videos are like. Okay, so this is like a Carl Lewis video. This is about like his Houston team. So like, what does he do in these videos? So asking a lot of questions.
Come on, keep going, keep going. Don't wait for the baton. All right, that's it. Too low, Jaden.
Okay.
All the way down. That's what's going on to you.
I love Carl Lewis. He's just a chatter. Like, he be talking so much sometimes. Love him though. He's a good coach, obviously.
Louis, just give me two more.
Very passionate, maybe is the right word, not a chatter. Okay, I mean, so it's like a full workout, but it's like 4x100 stuff. I guess it's okay. How much training would you say is too much when your body can't handle it and recover? Do you think upper body exercises and just jump programs is all I need to get better, or should I find something more advanced for upper? I think people move to weighted stuff too early, so like you'll see a lot of push-ups and pull-ups and stuff like that, but until you've maxed that out, you know, you got a 20 to 40 pound vest on and you're doing good reps with perfect form up to 15 to 30 reps, you're not ready to be going up to a barbell of any of that type of nature. So I think that our quarter squat's an S tier exercise. No, like a B or A if I were to give like the tier list. So yeah, I've also been thinking about, instead of only doing workouts, I kind of want to start breaking down just technique stuff. I used to be a really big technique guy, and I stopped talking about it as much recently. But I think it would be nice. I used to do it, and I had some really good videos that popped off. What are your keys that every strength coach should know? I think every strength coach should understand the strength portion of, you know, lifting, but I think they need to understand plyometrics very well. They understand elastic context. Man, that's actually a good question. There's a lot to know. Biomechanics is really important. Adaptation, that's just kind of like a given. Like, you have to understand how your body adapts to things. But I think people should just be willing to explore elasticity more than what I've seen when I went to college. I thought all we did was learn about muscles and anatomy. There was no, like, what's in between that. There's something in between just learning muscles and learning speed, right? Or technique. There's like a mixture. Like, what is power? What is elasticity? What is elastic power? And how do we teach our body how to contract at the right time? Stuff like the co-contraction conversations. Like, how do we learn that? I think strength coaches only learn one side of things. Like, some coaches you've seen on social media, all they talk about is plyometrics, which is cool. And then some coaches only talk about strength and just do power cleans and jump. And that's bullshit, right? But then the coaches who only do plyometrics, never lift, is like, that's also bullshit. So I think people need to start learning everything, right? Even learning rehab is really important. Still gonna release that skill programs with Hendon workouts? Yeah, I think so. All right. Technique and sprinting is a bunch of bullshit. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's bullshit. I think people just overdo it. You know, you got coaches like Carl Lewis, respectfully, who just talk a lot. They just, you know, they talk a lot, and a lot of times, like, the athletes can understand everything you're saying, but it doesn't mean they can do it at max speed. And, you know, just yelling the same, like, just like, arms up, arms up, arms up, arms up, go on, get your arms up. Like, that's not going to do anything. You know, they're not actually going to understand what the fuck you're saying, because they need to learn it through constraint most of the time. Okay. This is a workout, too.
You just keep it there. As long as you drop that head and bring that arm through, we good.
Okay. Yeah, we can react to 2 track workouts. I'm going to skip around a decent amount. And then I want to react to, like, a technique. I want to, like, do a little bit of technique stuff. Break down someone's, I don't know, sprint. Someone who ran like 9.7. Do like an analysis. I think people love that shit, and I stopped doing it. I used to do it all the time. Some of my best videos. If I do single leg squat and hip thrust in the same workout, that's too much for the glute. If you're loading the single leg squat heavy, you shouldn't be able to even do a hip thrust. If you do a single leg squat and you're truly pushing to failure, and you don't have to push to failure, but you're like going 60 to 80% of your 1 rep max and you're doing it for reps, pushing hard, your glute should be fucked. You shouldn't even be able to walk, which is really normal. Even me to this day, it's as much as I know about training, the second I start loading that shit heavy and I go, that 225 plus, 225 to like 275 range, I'm so fucked. My glute is destroyed because you're putting it through a full range of motion, more range of motion than you are in the hip thrust. So you don't really need more glute work. Do you fuck with Matt Watson, the plyo guy? Yeah, I like him. I wouldn't call him the plyo guy. That's just the topic he focuses on. I've actually talked to him a couple times. I like his deep tier stuff. It's very innovative. It's not like, I wouldn't say it's very well known because I think he's one of the first people to really start talking about it. So I think it's cool. When are you going to start the basketball content again? It's going to come. It's coming. Pause. But it's coming. I've been just thinking about what I want to do with my social media content. I want to make Just Jamari like my main page about basketball and just kind of like general athleticism. But I want to... Hold on 1 second. Hey, what's up?
Hi, are you still going to UDCC for dinner with everyone?
No, I'm not going to go.
Okay, why?
I went on live and I want to get some videos done.
Okay, are you on live right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Alright, I'll text you. Bye-bye. So yeah, I want to start talking about basketball and just general athleticism, but I have to build the speedacademy.co, which is my other Instagram account. That way I can still talk to Speed Academy. That's my main product. And I think it's the best program online for sprint training, right? To improve, to sprint faster, run faster, be more explosive, right? So I have to like slowly cut back on talking about speed. If you notice, 90% of my content is speed training or track training, right? And I have to like transition it, and I can. Like, I could just talk about dunking and jumping high and change the direction in basketball, but I also have to make a living. So I just have to like figure out. I just need to grow the Speed Academy like Instagram page way faster. So yeah, and the TikTok. I think I'm gonna do the Speed Academy page where all I talk about speed training on multiple pages. Pretty much what Isaiah Rivera does. Like, I don't know if you realize that Isaiah Rivera has his vertical jump page, and then which video the Gatlin comment, he comments on a lot of my Instagram stuff, and we've texted through Instagram DMs before, like multiple times. So I wouldn't act like we know each other, but we do have like awareness of each other. We've spoken. So yeah, I need to build the Speed Academy so I can cut back on speed content. And I think Just Jamari on YouTube, I'll consistently talk about speed content. But once I build up the other pages, I'll definitely bring in basketball once a week. So yeah. And I have a new content thing. You guys will like this too. So I'll talk about this for a bit. I'm starting up a new series, alright? So every Monday, it's going to be a list video. Alright? So think of like 3 exercises to sprint faster, 3 exercises to improve, strength for explosive power, shit like that, right? Then Wednesdays, I'm going to start a new series called Workout Wednesdays, where I show you a full workout from the Speed Academy, Just Jump Academy, Just Protect, Just Jump, Just Sprint. All these different programs I have, I'm just going to give you a workout. And if it's not from one of those programs, I'll just have a workout ready for you, right? Because there's 5 to 6 workouts in a week that I could show you that's not. Sorry, I am really, really getting irritated with this shit. 1 second. 1 second. I have to put this in auto. It's just actually annoying the fuck out of me. So I'm gonna do Workout Wednesdays, which is just gonna be workouts from. I have thousands of workouts, honestly. It's so many different phases from so many different programs. I'm gonna give you full workouts, reps and sets, everything. Just gonna do the workout with you guys. Whatever I'm doing to improve myself, you're just gonna do it with me. All right, that'll be cool. I think a lot of people will love that. And then I'm gonna have like my Friday as a breaking down no allows a speed workout or breaking down someone's technique. That's gonna be every Friday. So I want to start posting 3 times a week on YouTube. And I think that's my way. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So that's kind of like what's going in with the content. I do want to bring in basketball. I will find a way to slowly move away from speed content. Um, so much I haven't taught about speed trading too, which is interesting. A lot of people think I only talk about like, oh, just the single leg squat and do plyometrics. There's just so many different aspects of sprinting I just never talked about because I'm trying to bridge a way to not be too complicated. I'm trying to find a way to be simple, understandable, right? How many meters should your drive phase be? I don't know. There is no number. I guess 20 to 30, but the best people in the world are driving for 50. But then it's also like you have people who like Noah Lyles who just breaks the rules and apparently he's getting faster at 70, right? So it's so interesting. It's hard to just give someone a number. There is no real number. Fucking love these lives. Thank you. How do I build muscle on my forearms? You know, do pull-ups, do wrist curls, stuff like that. Challenge your grip strength. Should I find a different hinge movement that is more hamstring or something when I do the single leg squat? Yeah, just a hinge. The squat is a squat. One second, I need a tissue. I'm down bad right now. I'm not gonna lie. The squat is a squat. So even if it's more glute dominant, doesn't mean it's getting the posterior chain all the way. So, okay. Trust me. How much do you think fat or weight has to do with sprint speed? Trust me. I mean, it has a lot to do. Like PGF always says, fat just doesn't fly. There's so much research to show that when you're sprinting, I believe it's every 1% of body fat, which is 2 pounds. So usually about 2 pounds for every person. For every 2 pounds you lose, that's body fat percentage. So not just weight, it's body fat. That's a huge difference. Every 1% of body fat you lose, which is 2 pounds, is 0.1 off your time. So let's say you run 11.0 and you're 15% body fat. If you got down to, would it be 12% body fat, which would be 6 pounds of fat, not just water weight, actual fat, which that'll take weeks and weeks. It's not something you can do in a week, right? It'll take like 2 to 3 months. Or it could be in 1 to 2 months. It just depends if you do it the right way. So if you lose fat and improve strength or keep your strength the same, you'll go from 11.0 to 10.7, just like that. So it has a huge difference in your speed, especially your 1 foot jump as well. How do I work on quick first step in basketball? I have a new exercise that I'm going to start promoting a lot more. I know you guys heard me talk about like sled sprints and broad jumps has been like the two that I constantly talk about. The standing triple jump, that's not a broad jump, it's a standing triple jump, is low-key like, if you're trying to improve your first step or your acceleration, I'm telling you, dude, that's going to be the new one I'm going to start talking about a lot more now. I love that shit. That is like really fucking good for you for improving horizontal force. Please make a video on how to train deceleration on fast, but I get juked by kids who are slower than me. Okay. Got you. The problem, man, I'm in the same position. I don't know what position I'm in that I talked about. My bad. Oh, wait. Hold up. Can you elaborate on when you said Isaiah Rivera using his main challenge for jumping higher? Oh, like, Isaiah Rivera on his own page mainly talks about himself. But, like, on THP Strength on Instagram, he only talks about vertical jump training. That's the goal I want to do with the Speed Academy, is on speedacademy.co. That's just only going to be talking about speed training. But on Just Jamari, it's could probably be more about like, I'm going to show off new dunks. I'm going to show off me playing basketball. I'm going to show off like general athletic tips. But it's not going to be only speed training 24/7 like what I'm doing right now. That's kind of like my goal in a couple months. It'll probably take about 3 months. And you'll see like a full shift in content style. Does being bow leg affect sprint speed, and how do I fix my technique if I'm bow leg because I'm bow legging myself? You'll be fine. You can still be fast. Nothing to worry about. Hey, it's Wrecker. Can you drop the link for the book you were talking about? The Search Up Speed or Strong by Science's books. It's on his website. Spread on a treadmill. I don't know if he still sells it, but that's the last time I saw it. I didn't know your name was Lewis. Sprint on a treadmill without a motor. I don't know about that one. If I don't have a sled or hill, can I do resistance sprints? There is hills. You don't have to find a dedicated hill. The world isn't flat. There's always inclines and declines. So you just need to find an incline, even if it's concrete. It doesn't have to be a grass hill that just goes straight up. It just needs to be an incline. And then there's, I promise you, look up on YouTube. There's 1,000 ways to make a sled for like $10. And if you don't have $10, you can get $10. You just gotta find a way. But yeah, you can make a sled for like $10. You can even like, man, there's a lot of crazy ways. If you have a backpack you don't use anymore, you can stuff up the backpack with books. Find a band that's like literally $4 from Target or something. Wrap it around your hips, and then that backpack you don't use, you have books. Put it on a scale. The scale will probably be 10 to 20 pounds. Let's say it's 20 pounds. Wrap the band around the backpack. Wrap it around your hips, and now you have a sled. I'm not even trolling. There's so many ways. So many ways. Yeah. You can even get a really big gallon. Strap the cap so the cap doesn't break. Wow. There is low-key a lot of ways. What are the best plyos to do after a rep of squat, deadlift, split squat, and power clean? If you're doing all 4 of those in a workout, you're not going to become more athletic. I'm just letting you know that right now. It's terrible. Love the guy in the gym that talks trash and loses 5 games in a row. Love that guy at the gym that talks trash to lose. Sorry, I don't get the joke. I must be tripping right now. What's the most efficient way to lose body fat while still staying athletic? I've once lost 50 pounds in 50 weeks, but I did without any knowledge of athleticism that fucked up bad long ago. Search up Jeff Nippard, how to lose body fat on YouTube. So Jeff Nippard, Nippard, and how to lose body fat. He has so many good videos about like general fitness. I obviously have videos too, but it's like he talks about weight loss. So I feel like that's a good way to kind of learn how to do stuff the right way. High protein, improve strength, constantly strength train 3 to 4 days a week. You can even go up to 6 if you're really advanced. Do a little bit of cardio, not too much, maybe 15 minutes, 30 minutes a day just for health, but also to give you a little more leeway for your calories. Go 300 to 500 calories under your TDE. TDE is your total daily expenditure, your energy expenditure, shit like that. When I see some people run, I see them almost run side to side. Is this normal? Yeah, there's a lot of rotation in sprinting. So when someone tells you to run straighter, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Rotation is how you rotation and torque is how you create speed, right? If you don't have rotation and torque, you're going to be very limited. So when people tell you run straight, like don't let your feet go side to side, don't let your arms go side to side, just be a robot, just do this. They don't know what speed is. It's complete rah-rah. Usain Bolt also runs very side to side. None of his feet are straight. It's always lateral, especially in acceleration. He's making fun of my jump shot, saying I can't shoot, and then I killed them and won 5 games in a row. Talked a little trash. Why does my brain wish I talked more trash to him? Wish I did. I don't know. You just competed. Talk shit. My only thing is just talk shit after you did what you had to do. Don't put pressure on yourself. Once you fuck someone up, look at them and be like, I diffed you. Get better. Right? Look at them in the eyes and be like, I fucked you up. But if you say that before, you're like, hey, I'm about to fuck you up. And then you fold, you're a fucking clown. So, is there anyone you look up to content-wise to take inspiration from? Not really. Most of my content's just me. People steal from me constantly. So, like, dude, it's so bad. I'm not even the biggest person out there in terms of like social media followers, I guess is the only way I can say it. But everyone steals from me. People steal from my Instagram. People steal the shit I say. The shit I teach, people just reteach it. And they don't understand where I'm coming from. So they just say it and it doesn't make sense. And then that shit happens in my Discord too. I love everyone in my Discord, but so many people just repeat the answers I say, but they don't know why I say it. So there's a big disconnect there. Like, yeah, technically you're saying the right thing, but there's so much more nuance that I think people are kind of missing. But either way, so many people take content from me, and if you look at people's titles, everyone steals my titles. The people you watch, The people that you watch, they steal my titles and thumbnails constantly, even if the videos didn't go crazy. Because recently I haven't been doing that well on YouTube, right? My videos just not getting that many views. That's okay. I'm learning, right? But my titles are really good, and people steal my titles constantly on YouTube. It's so bad, bro. I see all you people, every single one of you guys in the vertical jump niche, in the sprint training niche, even in like some general fitness niches. I literally am watching you, and you're stealing my bullshit. It's niggas like you, bro. Have you ever paid social media guru for lack of a better word? I do remember you saying you worked with Film Booth. Yeah, I worked with Film Booth. He helped a lot. I've obviously done a lot of Alex Ramosi stuff. I like him. I don't even like looking at them as gurus. They just know a topic and they talk about it. I hate when people, call everyone a fake influencer just because they're talking on social media about how to grow a business. Where else are you going to learn it, right? That's just when you want to go on TV and learn it. And does that make someone more credible? If you go to what's your birthday? June 13th. If you go to a university, they're gonna take hundreds of thousands of dollars from you to teach you beginner level fucking business advice. But when you go on YouTube, you get it for free. It doesn't matter if they're trying to sell to you. So I think that's weird. Like, people are trying to make a living and they're like, "Fuck you, you're a fake." It's like, no, dude, they're giving good information. And yes, they have to keep their fucking lights on. Like, okay, yeah, they have to sell a fucking $40 membership or a program or some shit like that, right? Or a course. So I wouldn't call them gurus. They're just people who know a specific topic and they teach it. So I don't know. It is people who do YouTube. That's just like one of my biggest pet peeves. That shit low-key annoys me. How to periodize training? You don't. People are over obsessed over like mesocycles and periodization, and half of it doesn't work because you can't train. You can't write a 12-month program and expect it to follow perfectly, right? Especially if you don't know what you're doing. So yes, I have a 12-month program, the Speed Academy and Just Jump Academy. They're 12 months finished all at once. But I can't expect that to go perfectly for everyone because life is very, very, very hectic. So many random shits happen all the time. So trying to periodize training doesn't fucking work because you aren't going to be the same person you are right now from 6 months. So you don't know what the fuck you're going to be at 6 months. You might get injured. You might not get injured. You might not see any gains. You might not be strong enough to do a specific cycle. So it's just complicated shit that coaches use to make themselves feel smarter. At the end of the day, you just need to write a good program and follow it until you need a new stimulus. And then you do the next program, right? So that's like my take on that. Periodization is kind of bullshit. How to improve? I wouldn't say it's bullshit. It's just not going to work for most people. It's just a waste of time. Just write a good 3-month program and repeat it until you don't get gains anymore. And then find something that's a little bit better than last time. In itself, how important is training core? Most of the time you're doing sprints and jumps, you don't really need more of it. I talk about jumping for a tennis ball can explain. It helps you jump higher to touch a tennis ball, but it's just like another way to give feedback to yourself instantly, right? So if you touch a specific height, then you jumped higher. Should I always do plyo movements after a lift? No. Most of my programs, I don't do French contrast or any type of contrast, PAP method, nothing. I just do plyometrics early on, and then I do lifting afterwards most of the time. When would slow lifting be better? If you're injured. If you're injured, slow lifting is good for recovery. I think it's normal to fixate on other things I could have said. I was nervous to say more despite killing him. That's the thing. You don't need to use your words to prove something to somebody, though. Like, if you feel like you need to talk shit, but with your words, then that's an insecurity that you did enough. If someone's talking shit to you, all you have to do is just show them with your actions that you're better than them, right? But if you use your words to prove that you're better than someone, then you're not actually doing anything, right? That's just insecurity. That's just being insecure in yourself. You're being offended because they're right, type of thing, right? They're saying you can't shoot, and I'm not saying that they're right. I'm just saying this is usually what's happening. Is that they're saying that you can't shoot and it's bothering you because you have deep down inside a side of you that believes you can't shoot or that you struggle with shooting sometimes. So as long as you prove with your actions, hey, I'm fucking better than you. You're a fucking nobody. I'm going to diff you every time we play basketball. Then you don't have to really say shit. You could say shit for fun of it, but if you feel like that's not you, like if you're naturally a quiet person, you're not extroverted. You don't just talk shit just to talk shit. Just fucking diff them and then walk off. And if it bothers you, if like what they said bother you, be like, hey bro, don't do that shit again, or I'm just gonna fuck you up. It's that simple. My birthday is June 13th. Try researching barefoot shoes. Usually running shoes fuck your feet up, but you should progress to barefoot slowly. Yeah, barefoot shoes, I use a little bit of it for sure. I use a little bit. I do basketball shoes for basketball, and now I have my barefoot shoes for like most types of training. Who are you maining in Overwatch 2 right now? I play Sojourn. And then for support, when I play support, I play Alari, and then I don't play tank, so I just play DPS and support. But if I did play tank, I would just play Sigma. Sigma, and I like Diva too. And then like if someone picks up Soldier and I have to play someone else, I would probably play Soldier. But I've been kind of fucking with Cassie too. Cassie's kind of cool. So I mainly only do Soldier, but if someone takes my hero, then I'll just go like I might start doing Cassidy more often. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I think you should make more videos on the mental side of sports since you know a lot about, and I love when you talk about it. You're talking about like mental. Yeah, it's interesting talking about mental. I used to actually, my YouTube channel started on the mental side. I don't know if you noticed that, but a lot of my older videos was talking about like the difference between Michael Jordan and you. The first thing everyone's gonna go to is genetics. Oh, he's 6'6", he's black, and he's just a killer. But there's thousands of people who are 6'6", and none of them are in the NBA. Millions of people who are 6'6", and they're not in the NBA. What's the difference? What is it? Genetics? It's half the time it's not genetics. It's all mental, right? There's actually a huge mental gap that these top athletes, even LeBron James, there's other 6'8" people who are fucking swole as shit and just beast who could play multiple sports, but they aren't LeBron James. It's mental. It's all mental. So I made a whole video about that a long time ago. It's actually one of my first videos that actually got views on YouTube. And it was just about why Michael Jordan's difference, the reason why he's the GOAT or second best player of all time, third. I don't give a fuck, right? Wherever you think he is. The reason why he's a great player is because his mental. So yeah. I think not talking and letting the game do itself, yeah, it depends on your personality. I'm a chatter, right? And I know I am. But I had to work on talking less and proving it more when people talk shit to me. When I'm irritated or angry and I need to talk shit, I used to be really bad. If anyone who's watched my videos and knows me in person, when I play sports like basketball and I feel like someone's disrespecting me, I get very OC. Like I can be a little just like a dickhead. Like I'll talk shit. That was me like 2 years ago. But then over time, I just realized like I just need to prove with my word or with my actions less than my words. And now I'm at a point where you can piss me off and I probably won't say anything. I'll just like I've just got a lot better with my temper, I guess. I don't really get mad at too much anymore. So yeah. What's the difference between sprint and vertical jump training? Vertical jump training is gonna be more strength based in nature. Sprint training is gonna be a lot more elastic based. So there's differences in the way you lift and the way you do plyometrics, but there's so much that's kind of like I don't know. It's hard to explain in like 3 seconds. What should I lift for weight instead of velocity? When should I lift for like to improve strength versus power? Just depends on who you are. If you're an elastic based athlete, maybe you're a little bit taller, maybe you're like an ectomorph, you're very elastic off the ground, you're not very strong naturally, then you should never really push past 80% of your 1 rep max. It should always be power development to strength speed development if you look up the force velocity curve. But if you're like a guy like me who's a little bit shorter, a little bit thicker, a little bit wider, naturally, you're naturally stronger, then yeah, you could probably want to do strength training a little bit more than you would do velocity based training. Or I won't call it velocity based training, velocity lifting. So like speed, strength work, power work. I play basketball and I use track 30s, 50s, flying 10s, maxing approach, quality, plyometrics. I only play basketball, didn't lose time, stupid running. So I don't really know what you're asking. It sounded like a statement. Will going from 265 to 415 in deadlift greatly improve my acceleration? Probably not. Maybe a little bit, but honestly, it probably won't. I'm not gonna lie, it probably won't. It depends on a lot of things, but it probably won't. If you're already deadlifting 265 and your acceleration sucks, it's not gonna make a difference to add 100 pounds. Probably with bad technique. As advice for skinny fat genetics, no one has skinny fat genetics. You just had habits that made you skinny fat. No one's born skinny fat, right? You can have parents who are fat, Like my parents were a little bit on the heavier side, but I'm not skinny fat, and I had genetics. I used to be fat. It's just the way you eat. You just probably need to start lifting, eating a little bit better, higher protein meals, stuff like that. You can look up Jeff Nippert how to recomp your body. It talks about skinny fat. That's the topic of skinny fat. Would you rather have John Morant's vert or Usain Bolt's speed? Usain Bolt probably has a higher vertical jump than John Morant. I'm sorry. Someone who runs 9.5, 9.6, 9.7, 9.8, 9.9. Anyone who's running sub 10, you guys don't understand the caliber of athlete these guys are. They do not train conditioning like basketball has to, because basketball is a conditioned sport. It's 99% conditioning. You're constantly running up and down. So at basketball, NBA athletes, their athleticism is going to peak because they have to train conditioning. Track athletes don't. If you're a 100-meter athlete, you do not need to train your conditioning. It's pure just output, force output, elasticity, explosiveness, like everything that has to do with athleticism is in track. So these guys who are running 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 9, 10, 0, 10, 1, I promise you, their max touch is probably 12 feet, 13 feet, 50 inches, 55 inches. They produce so much fucking force to sprint sub 10 that literally jumping high is probably the easiest thing out of all of it. That's not a knock on John Morant. It's just his sport is conditioning. Usain Bolt, I promise you, in his prime, jumps at least 5 inches taller than John Morant. Maybe he has to practice it. I'm not saying in day one, but if he practices his 1 foot jump technique, he's easily jumping 4 to 5 inches taller than John Morant. It's not even a debate. This shouldn't even be a debate at all. If someone clips me and posts this somewhere on social media and people in the comments are like, John Morant, that's rah-rah, this guy's what he was talking about, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Respectfully. Yeah, Usain Bolt just needs 1 week of dunk training and he'll do 50-inch windmills. Yeah, it's literally a joke. People don't understand how unbelievable running 10 seconds in a 100-meter is. It is unbelievable. You are top 0.0001% of the world in terms of athleticism. It's not just velocity. It's force output. It's explosive power. It's explosive strength. Strength speed. Speed strength. Optimal power. Everything. Absolute strength. I promise you, if Usain Bolt wanted to, he could squat 600 pounds if he wanted to. Because his rate of force development is through the fucking roof. He produces so much fucking force into the ground. It's just not it's literally not even a competition. Respectfully. I'm sorry. If you're a John Morant fan, you don't know too much about track, I apologize that you probably believed for a moment that John Morant is anywhere close to Usain Bolt's vertical jump. Am I wrong for saying Taco Bell is the best fast food on the planet? I have an intimate experience once a week with a nice a nice cheat meal, and it's better than Sex 10 out of 10. No cap. I don't like Taco Bell, but if you fuck with it, that's just you, bro. I'm Hispanic, so my family was like anti-Taco Bell, right? They don't care about politics, but when it comes to food, they're like, bro, Taco Bell, you might as well be racist. Like, what the fuck? I'm Puerto Rican, right? Like, you're going to Taco Bell, you're not Puerto Rican. That's how they were with me, right? So I had Taco Bell like 2 times in my entire life. Oh no, yeah, you're good, Jariah. I was just ranting. I don't even know why I ranted. I was just kind of being bored. I do need to react to these videos though, so we gotta get into it. I'll at least get 2 videos down before I get off this live. So I'm going to use the bathroom, and while I use the bathroom, I'll give you guys something to watch for a couple minutes.
Massive, big, open. Don't rush your steps.
Let that air out, okay? Pull it down.
I'll give you this to watch for a couple seconds while I go use the bathroom.
Push through the zone, push through the zone, push through the zone. Knock, go, Nate.
Wait, this is a good. You should pull a video of Usain Bolt bullshit dunking. Wait, there's a video of Usain Bolt dunking? No fucking way. He's not even gonna be trying, bro. I promise you. Watch him just pop off the ground, not even try. Oh, that's his bullshit. This dude is like, this is at the end of his career. and he doesn't care. Like, he is just popping off the ground like it's nothing. Oh my goodness. Wait, can he hoop? Oh, dude, do you guys see how bouncy Usain Bolt is, bro? I'm not trolling right now. Look at this. He doesn't care. Oh my god. Does anyone see this? Am I the only one who sees this shit? He does not know how to dunk. Or, I wouldn't say not know how to dunk, but he doesn't know how to jump. His technique's probably terrible. Look at this. Oh my god. His technique is fucking dog shit. And look how high he bounces. Bro, he builds up no speed into his penultimate. He has no penultimate. He has no block step. He just jumps into his 2-foot. And then after jumping to his 2-foot, this is the worst technique you could possibly have, right? He's a track athlete. Of course he has bad technique. After jumping into a fucking 2-step dunk, he does a 360, bruh. He is a freak athlete, bro. Look at this. Bro, and y'all don't even realize that if he wanted to dunk his highest, he just has to run off 1 foot, right? He shouldn't be trying to be a 2-foot jumper. He's the fastest athlete ever. He just needs to run off 1 foot, learn the technique, and easily he'll be the best speed jumper ever. Nick Briz, y'all know who Nick Briz is? He throws him in the fucking water. He'll be jumping from half court if he wanted to. Or I'm sorry, from the free throw line if he wanted to, bro. This is him on 2-foot jumping, and he's not a 2-foot jumper because he's a sprinter, bro. Look at this. Look at his technique. He doesn't even know how to dribble a basketball, bro. This is not close. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Yeah, Usain Bolt, bro, if he wanted to be a dunker, he would just fuck everyone up. Like, it wouldn't even be close. That's funny. I'm glad you told me about that. The dunk shit. Yeah, I saw the same videos before. It's just freak. Yeah, he's just a freak, bro. Like, obviously he's 6'6", but he's a freak, dog. Okay, I'm going to put up a video. I'm going to use the bathroom. I'm struggling right now. I have to use the bathroom, bro. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Kylian Mbappe nearly beat Usain Bolt's 100-meter world record in tonight's game.
That's just over a second slower than the world record.
He has clocked an estimated speed of 10.9 seconds.
That's all the cheater can do is just do his job. Guess who will first? Let's be special. Let's be fast. Hey.
Video, dog. What am I watching? What the fuck? Is this like AI or something? How'd they make this? Okay, I'm back, bro. What just happened? If I could grab rim at 5'7", it depends on your wingspan, not your height. So you have to find your standing reach. So you're saying there's no genetic or skeletal differences between Zion and Giannis? I don't think I ever said that. Maybe I don't know if I ever even talked about something of that nature. Oh, are you talking about with Jordan? Like the whole like genetics is not the reason why he's the greatest. I mean, that's a little bit different than what it like the differences between Giannis and Zion. Um, but yeah, obviously there's differences. There's just you have mesomorphs, ectomorphs, shit like that. So like they have to be different. They're different heights on top of that too. So okay, let's do it. Let's break down a quick video. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Watch later. No, not my videos. Ho, ho, ho. Something was about to pop up that should not have popped up. Okay. Track all access. Alright. I'm going to be skipping a lot, so don't be shocked. Alright. The fastest man in the world. Intro. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down the fastest mans in the world. Man, that's a terrible intro. What the fuck, bro? Alright. We are going to watch a workout from the fastest man in the world. Currently, I believe it's high school, so not the actual fastest man, like Olympian in the world. But let's get straight into it. When you said skinny fat's not a thing, skinny fat's a thing, but you aren't born skinny fat. Zion isn't skinny fat. He's just, a thicker guy. That doesn't mean he's skinny fat, though. You can see skinny fat when someone has a shirt off. So if they look muscular in a shirt, but when they have a shirt off, they have no muscle. Like their fat is like overbearing their muscle, then they're kind of skinny fat, I guess. But you would have to look into the topic. I wouldn't say skinny fat is genetics. You can be a thicker guy. Like I am thicker, right? My build is thicker. I'm not a lean, tall guy. Like this is my frame, right? And it's because I have like a. It would be better if I showed my shirt off, but like I'm naturally a thicker guy. If you look at my Instagram videos of me being at the beach, my body's just wide, right? But it doesn't make me a skinny fat genetics. I wouldn't call it like skinny fat genetics at all. You're not genetically built to just be fat. You just have a frame, like your body's a frame, a skeletal frame, and then you're either fat or you're not fat, right? You can control that from how much muscle you have or the way you eat, shit like that, right? Okay, straight into this video. I'm gonna get into it. Yeah, I mean, he has. I wouldn't call that a skinny fat frame. I don't really know what you're talking about. I'm sorry. I don't think people have a skinny fat frame. Oh, so this isn't high school. This is U20. Okay, so let's get into it. This is the guy that we're breaking down. I'll give like very, very quiet. So it's this guy right here in the red. A little bit on the shorter side. Looks like he's like 5'7" to 5'9". I don't know his name, but we're gonna get straight into it. Let's watch his workout. 2 times 250 meters, and then 150 meter, 6 to 8 minute rest. So this is what I call speed endurance, right? So high rest. Man, I have to restart because my camera keeps fucking doing this. Christian Miller, I think is his name, and the coach looks like Ricky Fields. Okay, so the workout is going to be 250, 2 times 250, and then a 150 max speed. So the speed is full out, high rest. This is a great way to develop speed endurance. This is how I do speed endurance in just sprint. We'll do maybe 150 to 300 meters, but it's all full speed, right? So we're not doing tempo work where it's slow and we're jogging and developing slow twitch fibers. We're going to sprint all out, but we're also going to let you rest. So this is his warm-up. He has a jog probably for about 400 meters. Then after that jog, he gets into just a knee pull, into a little pogo. So a good way to add some elastic context while also getting some dynamic stretching into the groin, the glute, things of that nature, right? So a nice warm-up, lateral lunges, great for activating the lateral glute, which is really important for acceleration. A good way to do a dynamic warm-up. Some A runs. Then we got some hurdle stuff. This is good for your hip flexors, kind of get the top of the hip flexor burning. I wouldn't say it's the best way to develop hip flexor strength. You probably want to do that through a full range of motion versus top half stuff. But there's also like an extensive plyometrics. You're kind of popping through, getting your body and your central nervous system to kind of wake up in a sense. Not bad at all. Some static stretching. Open up the glute, open up the hips, external rotation, things of that nature. Not bad. He's definitely shorter. He looks like he's 5'7". I'll have to look it up, but not too sure. Right? So probably has a great acceleration. Probably not too bad in acceleration or into max velocity. Okay, so let's do right here. Band resisted wall drives. Teach the need to drive forward. That's kind of what I think he's trying to mimic right now. So some resistance to teach this knee to go forward. You don't want it to go up, especially in acceleration. So when you're in this 45-degree angle, he's a little bit higher. But when you're in a 45-degree angle, you want to drive your knee up and then down back. Or forward and down back. So you don't want to drive it up. Not too bad. Obviously, it's just a warm-up. Not going to make a huge difference. Looks like a build-up, a technical build-up. He has very long strides. Like, he lands in front of his mass a lot, but it works for him. Deep heating, okay. Not too bad. Another technical build-up. One thing that's really good about him, he has great pelvis positioning, so that's his glute being tucked in, and he drives his arms back a lot. He doesn't drive his arms forward a ton, which I've been trying to teach recently, is that you shouldn't be driving your elbow high up because you're going to naturally teach your knee to extend. When you want your knee to get up to whatever it is, 60 degrees, 70 degrees, I wouldn't say 90, but somewhere around that 45 to 65 degree range, and then strike back down. You don't want it to go super high up and then extend with knee extension, because then you're going to land in front of your mass with overstriding and braking forces, right? So he drives his arms back, and that's the only thing he focuses on. Keeps his forearm tight to the body. Things of that nature. So pretty good. Doesn't have a lot of muscle on his frame, so he's definitely on the leaner side, which is great. It's great for sprinter. Let's see his start right here. So yeah, first step, lands under center of mass at a 45-degree angle. Really big on driving the arms back. Pay attention to the elbow going backwards. That's huge for your technique. It's a big game changer. Not driving the arms forward a bunch. He just it's like a bicep curl. Like a bicep curl, and then drives his arms back hard. Like I said, this is a 250 meter at max speed. These guys are going 90 to 100%. They're not just jogging. Maybe that guy in the pink's jogging. He's definitely probably jogging. I don't know. But it's 250, so they have to pace themselves. But they're definitely going maxed out. The guy in the pink's for sure jogging, though. Or maybe the guy in the reds is really fast. Right? So 29.8, that's fast. That's fast. That's like a low 20s 200. He was moving. He has a huge ass. I'm sorry. Like, pause. He just genetically, bro, his glutes are fucking huge. Which is great for sprinting. Right? Hip extension. Power through that. Let's skip. Let's see the next thing. We got recovery. Obviously, we don't need to sit through them standing. All right, next one. Let's do it. So, starts up in lane 1. Really good drive. He's very springy off the ground. He creates a lot of vertical displacement. Something I love about his technique, bro, and you can tell why he's fast, is that people love to talk about you need to run tall. And I think it's a huge myth, right? You need to be tall and have a good posture, but pay attention to how he's actually a slight lean forward, right? A good coach, Joe Smith, calls it pushing your heart forward. So you have your heart or your chest, and you're kind of pushing it forward and giving yourself a little bit of an anterior pelvic tilt at certain points of the sprint phase, right? And he pushes his forward, so he has a good lean that puts his body in a better anatomical position to strike the ground and propel his body forward. So, pretty good. And he pounces on the ground fast enough. That's a really fast 150. He hits the ground fast enough so he can land under center of mass with a straight leg, which is the best way to sprint for most people. Let's go forward. We could obviously listen, but we might as well just sprint and talk about the technique and the workout. High recovery, like I said, is a great way to develop speed endurance, and he just maintains his form. His form is great. Obviously, he has athletic qualities that are better than 90% of people, but he just keeps driving back. He's very relaxed in the shoulders. He doesn't tense up at all. And small forward lean, people say this is bad. It's amazing. It's what you should have. And then really big glutes. So far, so good. And the 250 is going to finish around 29 something, 30s. Okay. Nice. Let's get into the next part of the workout. Recovery. Notice how they're just relaxing too. That's a big thing with when it comes to recovery, is that you don't want to do a lot of talking, a lot of jumping around. You just kind of want to walk around. Even some people sit. Some people say you should never sit. I think it's actually not that bad to completely relax before you do into your next set, especially for a conditioning day. We want to save as much energy as possible, especially when it comes to force output. We want to say he's actually trying a lot harder, I could tell. It's definitely faster than last time. Yeah, by like 0.3. You want to save your energy. Walk off, relax, sit down. It's not bad to sit. I don't know why people say that shit. It's okay to sit and lay out and just get your body to max output. That way you can repeat a 95% plus sprint every single time. So, great workout. And then it's a cool down of just walking. Get the lactic acid out your body. Improve your strength, because barefoot walking is actually pretty good for foot strength, which is good for producing force into the ground. Not bad at all. They're talking it out, but you guys don't want to watch that. So, yeah. Please don't tell me. Please don't tell me. Okay, thank God, bro. If you enjoyed that video, YouTube's going to recommend you this training video somewhere right here or here for you to run faster. You're more mesomorph than ectomorph. Yeah. But I wouldn't say that's a skinny fat genetics. That's just me being a mesomorph. Wait, are you approving a sag stretching all of a sudden? Is that not fully bad? I'm not approving of it. That's just what he's doing. I was just saying what happened. If you're warmed up, it's not terrible. It's not like the end of the world if you think that makes you feel better. But, I mean, is it a waste of time? Probably. You definitely took what I was saying like way too literally, though. I didn't really say anything. I was like, oh, okay. It's kind of funny. All right. Cool. That's a workout. Can we get a weight room workout, possibly? Let's do Florida State, Shanice Walker. Let me first. That's going to be the next workout. Let's crank it out. We're going to be breaking down one of the fastest sprinters from Florida State, Shanice Walker's workout. Let's get straight into it. Sitting over there is pretty bad. It increases body fat percentage by 8% with the maximum load of... I'm sorry, what? Hey, Justin, I did jump roping for 30 minutes yesterday and my vertical increased. That's awesome. You don't need to do 30 minutes. You just do like 3 to 5 minutes and you probably get the same benefits. If you want to really go for longer, you can do 10 minutes. But, okay. Let's get into it. Jamaica's Shanice Walker, Florida State sprinter. We're going to watch their full workout, see what they got. I'll break down some technique stuff, some warm-ups, whatever they're doing. I'll tell you what is the purpose. Wait, hold on. I need to hear what he's saying because they're not putting up text.
Do probably just one with you guys, unless we need to do more than one exchange on.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
On 150.
3 by 200 meter or 4 by 150. So these are going to be maxed out sprints. This is for speed endurance, right? To develop your ability to maintain your max velocity, which is really good, right? A lot of people lack this and they think I need to go jog 6 miles. It's not specific to sprinting. If you're trying to sprint fast for longer periods of time, speed endurance is going to be key. Anyway. So let's get to it. This is Matt Kane, women's sprint coach. Great guy. Knows what he's talking about. Let's get straight to it. So you want them to run at 90%. That's a huge key. You want to go 90 to 100% for speed endurance training. You want to almost go maxed out. 100-meter PB, 11.5. That's really fast. That's crazy shit right there. All right, let's see what we can get. See if we can get them a clip of them sprinting and break down some technique. Damn, boy, they didn't show anything. Turnovers really fast here with the girl. Huge focus on driving the arm back, which is key. A neutral neck position, so you're not leaning up like this. You're not looking down. It's just neutral, which is really important for not tensing up the shoulders. Shoulders are a little bit tense for her, but she is landing under center of mass with a dorsiflex foot, leaning into the curve. Overall, pretty good mechanics. It's not bad at all. Let's get into the next exercise. She has like perfect genetics. Or I'm sorry, not genetics, technique. Big drive on the elbow back. A lot of vertical displacement. Really fast turnover. And this is the girl that we're looking for, Shanice Walker. All right, let's see the rest of the workout. That was some handoffs. All right, 150s. Now we can kind of see what we got here. Okay. Yep, so big drives back. Really good at maintaining dorsiflexion with the foot. Always landing flat-footed. This is a little bit in front of center of mass, but it's probably just because she's not running 100%. Landing flat foot, so you have the most stability of the ankle, so you produce the most amount of force in short periods of time. It's going to be key. Small lean forward. I talk about this a lot. You want your glutes to be tucked in, but you also want to push your heart forward, which she has, which is really good. Doesn't look like they're trying all the way, though. I won't lie. Overall, not a bad workout, though. 150, 18 seconds is low-key really fast for girls. Pretty fast. All right, next one. They have high recovery. Oh, never mind. Oh, no, so Shanice Walker is recovering. They already got the second half. Okay, so yeah, these are maxed out, like I said, for speed endurance for sure, which is key. If you really struggle with like the 400 or like the last curve of the 200 or maybe the last 40 yards or meters of the 100, this will be very helpful. A lot of backside mechanics. I like that. I don't think backside mechanics is bad. It depends on your structure of your body. Some people naturally have frontside mechanics because of their anatomical positioning, the way their limbs are structured, just genetics. Some people have more backside. Shorter guys usually going to have a little more backside, and that's perfectly fine. Nothing you can do about it for the most part, right? It's not going to make you faster or slower if you have frontside or backside. So, 200 meter, 24 seconds. God, frick, bro. Running faster than most people. Most men in high school. It's fast. Next one. She's trying a little bit harder on this one. That's a good acceleration. It's good stuff. I've been talking about this so much today, but not driving the elbow too far forward is going to make you overstride. People are just so big about big arm swings, just swing the arms up and back, up and back. Like, no. She bicep curls in the front and then drives the arm back. I will talk about this nonstop. It's such a hot take. Like, it shouldn't be hot. All the best sprinters are doing it. She's obviously not trying 100% too. This is clear that she's maybe going 80 to 90, but I'm telling you, you will see this at top level when it comes to like the top sprinters. 150, 18, 17 seconds. Not bad. Let's get to the next one. She's a little more front swing over here. Really good position of her upper body, her chest. The girl who's about to be in front right here with the blonde hair. The other girl's not trying at all, but that's fine. Probably not. Not bad. So is that 25 seconds, 200 meters? It's still really fast. It's good positions. Like it. High rest. I'm telling you, when it comes to speed endurance, it's not a throw-up match. It's not a lactic acid match. It's high rest between every single set. All right, they've been resting for 4 minutes and 20 seconds right now. That's a lot of rest. You should be doing that. You want to go maxed out. Oh, y'all hear what he just said, bro? This is the
Set down.
Division 1 coach. Do y'all hear what he's saying right now? Listen to exactly what he just said.
Make sure we're not side to side setting down. Everything's underneath. We're nice and tall. We're not worried about knee left because that's going to come. Make sure we're striking the ground underneath. All right, let's knock this last one out. Nice discipline.
Did Division 1 coach just repeat the same stuff I've been talking about for the last 20 years? Just saying. Just want people to know. Yep, high rest, good race. I'll let this one run through. This girl has really good form, bro. The girl with the blonde hair, she is like textbook, bro. That shit's fire. Some good shit though. Okay, that's the workout. Congratulations for being such a good Division 1 athlete, and I cannot wait to see what you do later on. YouTube's gonna recommend you this video. Oh shit. YouTube's gonna recommend you this video or this video right here, and they'll help you get faster. So watch it. Cool. That's 2 videos done. Those videos are a little bit like didn't have a lot to them, so I want to watch some other ones. My broad jump is ass. 7'5", but my vert is 31. How do I increase my broad jump? Therefore, my acceleration probably. They're both just okay. I wouldn't say ass. They're just average, like above average, slightly. Just keep doing it. Resisted broad jumps, resisted triples, improving max strength through full range of motion is good for broad jumps. Anything that's like glute dominant will be big, right? So like a split squat or a single leg squat, trap bar deadlift for some people. That'll help. All right, let's do some NBA workouts. Because I got like 2 more in me, I'm not going to lie. Cool, we'll do this one. It's a long video, so I'm going to have to do a lot of skipping. All right. We're going to be breaking down a bunch of NBA workouts in the weight room. I'm going to just explain to you what NBA players are doing that's making them better, so let's get straight to it. Okay, straight to it. Okay, so this first one's going to look really freaky, okay? It's going to look freaky. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure I'm actually on the split screen because I don't want to mess up anything. First one's going to look real fucking freaky, okay? So this is an oscillation isometric. You are teaching the tendon, the patella tendon right here where my mouse is, to be reflexive. So if you struggle with bringing in speed, or you constantly have knee pain, or you're maybe really strong but you don't have a lot of athleticism, these type of isometrics are really good for you. But not everyone has this type of barbell that bounces to produce more instability. So you could just do this with a regular barbell or some dumbbells and just bounce in that position that you struggle to absorb force in. If you don't know if you have that issue, you probably don't need to worry about it for right now. But that's why this shit looks so freaky. It is good. I promise it's not like a gimmick. It's pretty good. This is great for developing the posterior chain, right? Your glutes and your lower back, right? So athletes who are taller, 6 foot and above, are going to have more back pain. So you need to teach your body how to handle forces to the back while twisting and turning, which is going to happen in basketball, with load, because jumping while you're fatigued is going to be more load than jumping when you're fresh. So, and landing when you're fresh, of course. So this is one of the great ways to develop the posterior chain and that lower back, and some rotational forces that you'll see from change direction. Trap bar deadlift is amazing for developing force production in a vertical force plane, which is key for jumping higher, producing more force, and being athletic. It's one of these staples for most athletes, especially if you're taller. A trap bar deadlift will probably help you and probably let you jump higher without having to get on a barbell where your body's not really set up anatomically to do well, especially in those deep positions. You can get a good range of motion. You can load up the trap bar more than you can a barbell, which means you'll get a little more glute activation because the load is overall higher. You'll get more glute activation from a regular deadlift, but since you can lift more weight, it's going to be a little more beneficial for you just to do a trap bar. Not bad. We're going to skip the handle work. I don't mind talking about skills training, but it's not really my channel's at. Right here. So this is another oscillation. I talked about oscillations earlier, and this is a more standard oscillation where you drive this toe up, so you're getting a little more glute, a little more posterior chain. You have the knee above the toe, which is where you have the most propulsion in your 2-foot and 1-foot jump. This propulsive state, then you want to bounce out of it from bottom up. So he's in the bottom position of a lunge, probably the deepest you'll ever get in a basketball game, and then bouncing out of it to develop that elasticity and overload the amortization phase of the tendon. So it's really good for 2-foot jumpers is the most basic way I can explain it. Really good for 2-foot jumpers. It looks goofy, but it's very effective. Also can be pretty helpful for reducing pain for some athletes in the patella tendon. So oscillation isometrics are great. Look into them. They're a little bit more unique, but I promise you they work. This is Jrue Holiday, another oscillation isometric, real heavy on the glute. This is more vertical shin. He's probably doing it on purpose, so he's going to get a little more glute and hamstring. So if he's a 1-foot jumper, this is really good. But if you're a 2-foot jumper, push that knee above or past the toe and then do your isometrics and most of your lifts there anyways, right? So pretty good. Kind of having fun with it. Or maybe he's just, I don't know. Oh, here's another one. I totally forgot about this. My brain kind of went flat for a second. He's looking side to side like this because he's improving proprioception, right? So your ability, your body kinesthetic awareness in space, which reduces ankle sprains a ton. So notice how he's kind of looking around. He's like, he's not just being goofy. He's doing that to improve proprioception, which is key, especially in an athletic stance. Really helpful, isn't it? This one right here, a single leg balance drill. Right? You can get a great stimulus for proprioception just by standing on one leg. But once you add an overhead component, you're adding a lot of rotational forces that can make you fall off balance, and then you have to react to the defender or the person who's doing the drill for you by going the same direction and the same movement patterns that this person has is one of the best ways to develop your reaction, your proprioception, kinesthetic awareness, and reduce ankle sprains because you're on a single leg, and you see how much that ankle and the intrinsic muscles in the ankle are being challenged. It's a great exercise. This is another one of those reactionary type drills where he's doing an oscillation through a split stance position, so this is the most athletic position you could be in, but he's catching a tennis ball and reacting while getting some elastic context because he's not bouncing off the ground, but still elastic because he's bouncing in that oscillatory position of a lunge. So it's great for injury prevention. Most of these exercises you've seen have probably been more injury prevention focused. This is another proprioception. So he has instability with one of those foot instability measures. I don't know what you call them. I don't use them anymore. But the instability plates, and then you have to try to touch where the coach is telling you to touch, which is great for proprioception and reducing ankle sprains. Also will help with big toe strength, which has high correlation to change of direction, just in case you didn't know. So this is another reactionary drill in the split stance position. Great for change of direction because you're absorbing force fast into that split stance position. So you're absorbing force and reacting to a stimulus that someone else is giving you. This is a great coach. Coach Mike, great coach, by the way. Really good. He's just very knowledgeable. This is for preventing knee valgus on the eccentric in the deepest position. So he's in another split stance position. You're going to see this with basketball players. Good basketball coaches know what they're doing when it comes to split stance. Constantly in the split stance position with the toes up, get a little more post chain, and then he's trying to give him some instability so the knee can collapse. But if you prevent the knee from collapsing, you're improving something called knee stability. So it's not only ankle stability that matters. Knee stability is another way to prevent injuries, ACL, MCL, and ankle injuries, of course. So just some instability training, throwing out some new stimuluses, stuff of that nature. A seated overhead press, great for developing the shoulder, of course, but also in an athletic position where you would be in a defensive stance trying to stop someone or push someone off. You're kind of improving that ability to push someone off or hold someone that's trying to post you down. So good for big guards or small forwards, power forward centers. This looks like a split stance rotation. Yep, a split stance row. Great for developing overall strength on the basketball court. You're going into that row, so you're getting those rotational forces and then stretching the lat all the way and then pulling back. You can get pretty heavy with this. I won't say that I know exactly why he has the kettlebell, maybe for some balance portions, some off-balancing stuff. But another big point with the eccentric of this row is that he's going to be digging into the glute and then rowing out, digging into glute, rowing out. It's another big portion you need to know. So overhead press, he's doing some lateral stuff. So this is for your core, right? Another thing to be strong on the court. You're going to see the core. You're not going to see the abs. You're going to see the core being stabilized a lot by these small movements, lateral tilts above his head, which is also where you would get thrown off balance when you're playing basketball. Is when you're kind of like exposed above head. Chest supported row on one leg. Great way to develop the back strength for basketball, right? You should always have a horizontal row, horizontal push, vertical push, right? Eccentric quasi ISO. So this should be weight that he can't handle, and he's trying to hold a position that he's weaker in, where you have to be athletic. So this is more of a acceleration position where you'll produce a lot of propulsion from, and he just has to hold it, right? Probably for 15 to 30 seconds since his heavy load. Great way to develop max strength and also eccentric capacity. So I don't want to go through the whole video because I'm talking for a long time. But if you enjoyed that NBA workout and you want more NBA workouts, just comment below which workouts you want me to break down, and I'll go into even more NBA workouts. YouTube's going to recommend you this video right here or right here, and it'll help you jump higher or run faster. Done. Broke down a couple videos. Got like 3. Might do some more tomorrow, but maybe not on stream. What changes if you get stronger hamstrings in sprinting? You just kind of prevent less injuries. Might help with your max velocity though. A video on how to program exercises. I've heard it's complicated. Yeah, I mean it's complicated. I just don't know where to start when it comes to teaching it. Like I feel like I understand it well just because I've studied so much, but when it comes to teaching it, I just don't know where to start. Where people would understand it well. Oh my god, it's just annoying. Okay, but I'm tired. Right, it's a lot of videos. Answer some questions, chat it for a little bit. Hope you guys have a